All right, afternoon, y'all. Okay, so this little video here is for a guy who asked me a question on my last review of this 2024 Uforce XL. He wanted to know about the trailer and what size trailer mine was and how it fit, and we're gonna go over some of that today because that is a good topic of discussion. And as I'm saying this, can't find my tape measure. Wait one. All right, I'm back. I found it in the buggy. Okay, so, and I'll tell you why it is something good to share with other guys. Some things you just don't think about until you get your trailer, and then you're like, uh-oh. So, we'll go over the dimensions of the trailer. This is how I park it. I park it just like this. Might try and get a little bit more center, but I literally just hooked this up just for this video. But I get these tires right up on this deal here. I got clearance for my bumper, and then I use these straps and I hook one hook right over in here, and then I go around this channel or L bracket right here, and I do 4. So I do 2 in the front, 2 in the rear, and I'll show you where I hook those up. You do you. I don't care nearly as much about your machine as I do mine, but this is how I hook mine up. It's a way, not the way. Then I come up in here down to this D-ring on the back 2 corners here. I obviously have a ramp and a single axle. And there's 2 reasons why I got this trailer. 1, I knew I could fit this. 2, I knew I could fit this and a little bit of gear in here, gear in here, gear in there, and gear in here, and then I still have the flatbed. So when I go elk hunting, I usually go for a 10-day stint. Things change if I'm pulling a horse trailer with horses, because I gotta get in with horses, or I'm using this. So I gotta have a cooler just for water, a cooler for elk, a cooler for food. I have like 8 coolers. I mean, it's ridiculous. But I need a place to put all those securely. So as you can tell, you got plenty of space here. I can fit a 150 Yeti and a 65 Yeti over there. I got Yeti, Arctic. I got that Lifetime staring at me right there. I got them all. I just kind of acquire them. Or Coleman. I don't really give a rip, but let's take a measurement here. So let's do the width here first. This is kind of, it's not nearly as easy. Light one. Elevator music. Okay. This trailer, 7 feet wide, plus the tire. So that's gonna put it at that 8-foot mark. Got my little helper here, Easton. Easton, hold the tape right here on this corner. Okay. All right, so we have a 7-foot width and 14.2 long plus the tongue. All right, thank you, E. So it's a 14 or 7 by 14. Now, one of the things that I let my buddy borrow this trailer when he went on his elk hunt in Arizona. He's got a 2-door Honda Talon, and he had a 6-foot by 12, I think it was, and he had a fold-up ramp like this. It was a tight. These tires about rubbed on both sides without the, well, I had 1.5-inch spacers at the time on the back, none on the front, but I had to jam those tires into that front bar, and that tailgate was still barely kind of rubbing on my tailgate here. So Easton, let's do one more measurement, okay, bud?
Okay.
Come here.
Yeah.
All right, hold it on that edge right there, okay?
Like this 8 feet?
Yep, just right there on that edge. Perfect. Okay. So there's 12 foot there, but you can see that's not quite long enough, is it? It's just, yeah. 12 foot is right here, and you run into the hitch. I mean, you're right on the back of that tailgate. I would venture to say it's even a little bit into the tailgate. Thank you, bud. So that's why I went with a 14. I wanted plenty of space for plenty of stuff. But so anyways, long story short, he had a 6x12, and this thing was a fat pig sitting in that trailer. It was a interstate like trailer. And so here's one thing that I didn't think about until I had that trailer. And like, man, I looked out with mine, the height of these bars. And here's why. You drive up in here, your buddies want to get out. You know, I have that much clearance on his trailer. These were up like another 4 inches. I could not open the door. So I had to Dukes of Hazzard it out. Every time I loaded this or wanted to unload this thing, I had to Dukes of Hazzard in there and get my seat all dirty. It was kind of a pain. So it's something to think about. If you're looking for trailers, really watch this rail, especially on the side. The front's not the bigger issue. That could be as tall as you want, unless you have this bumper. As you can tell, you will be limited by this bumper if you got a bar up here. But this one clears everything. So that's how it is. So let's see here. On the rear, I have 10 inches on this side. I have 11 inches on this side. I'm off by an inch. That'll never work. Just kidding. So like I said, if you have a 6 foot trailer, you gotta be dead nuts on. This is a 7, and that room to play is very nice. Also, you can walk up in here, have something to stand on while you're getting stuff out of your bed, or kind of walk down this rail, stand right here and get stuff out of the back, you know, whatever it might be. So things to think about with the trailer. Weight distribution too. If that wheel's way up here and you have a shorter distance, makes these a little squirrelier. To each their own. Fold down ramp, full ramp, or a pop out slider ramps. You know, there's pros and cons to both. So yeah, and obviously with an open trailer like this, your buggy's gonna get dirty going down the road, but it is what it is. If you don't want that, you gotta get an enclosed trailer. So yeah, that's a little trailer video on what I got for a Mr. I think his name is Stevie Ray 1965. There you go, bud. There's my little trailer deal. This is an Echo trailer. I would not say it's the highest quality, but it's what I got, and it works well. So hope this helps somebody. Leave a comment, and I'll talk to y'all later. God bless y'all.